Today we're going to talk about Woozie from GTA San Andreas and break down just how important he was for CJ's success, especially during the middle and late portions of the game. So let's start with how they met. So Woozie and CJ met in the middle of nowhere when CJ was racing out there and Woozie was also racing out there, but Woozie lost to CJ and the two made a deal that if CJ was ever to find himself in San Fierro, they could do some business together. And really soon CJ would find himself in San Fierro and would visit Woozie at his betting shop. CJ didn't know it at the time, but he just made a great business partner and a loyal friend. CJ earned his trust when he helped resolve the many issues that Woozie had around San Fierro, such as dealing with some small-time local gangs and whatnot. Not long after, Woozie would help CJ for the first time by pointing him in the right direction and giving him some much-needed info on his opponents, the Loco Syndicate. By this time, the two have become friends, as clearly shown in the mission Pier 69. During that mission, CJ, Caesar, and some guys that Woozie sent as backup wipe out a big chunk of the Big Smoke and Loco Syndicate Association, whatever you want to call it. And they killed Ryder, they killed T-Bone Mendez, and some Ballas and Loco Syndicate soldiers. Woozie again helps CJ in the next mission, which is Torino's last flight. And even though CJ didn't kill Torino because the whole thing was bullshit and it was all set up by Torino and whatnot, Woozie still helped because he sent some of his guys to be on the lookout for anything that could lead to Torino. Also, if you're enjoying this video right now, please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. And also go down to the description, check out my channel memberships, and check out my second channel. That is where the Kingdom Hearts content is nowadays, for those of you that are interested. After this, Woozie gives CJ one last tip on how to annihilate the Loco Syndicate. And once Ryder's dead and all that, Woozie tells CJ and Caesar about a crack factory that the Loco Syndicate had in San Fierro, and he also sets CJ up with a car rigged with bombs to get the job done. The job being, blowing up that crack factory, of course. CJ and Woozie then later do some work together in Las Venturas, and this part coming up is arguably the most important when it comes to their friendship and CJ's success overall, as CJ helps Woozie set up his new casino in Las Venturas, and in an exchange, Woozie gives CJ a share of the place pretty much. Not only that, but they also start a plan, and they do successfully pull off a robbery on Caligula's casino, which is their biggest competition, and this helped CJ immensely, especially financially. He got that one-time cash injection, from robbing Caligula's casino, and he now has a stake in a giant casino in Las Venturas, and Woozie and him managed to severely weaken their competition. Next up, Woozie is also very important for CJ returning to Los Santos, since Woozie again provided backup when CJ went to get Mad Dog's mansion back from the Vagos members. So now that I have pretty much dissected every instance of Woozie helping out CJ, let's recap all of this. So if it wasn't for Woozie, CJ wouldn't have found out the important info and a way on how to infiltrate and get rid of the Loco Syndicate. He wouldn't have been able to get rid of Ryder or T-Bone Mendez, who were huge threats. Woozie then also tipped off CJ about Torino, but more importantly, the crack factory in San Fierro was destroyed thanks to Woozie as well. And of course, CJ would never have been as rich and as successful as he is at the end of this game if the two never opened that casino together in Las Venturas and of course robbed the competition. And if it wasn't for Woozie, finally CJ probably couldn't even retrieve Mad Dog's mansion, since he'd have no backup, meaning that the gang would have no base of operations in Los Santos upon their return, which would be tricky since Grove Street's also in the shitter at this time, so I don't know how they do without a base in Los Santos. So all in all, when you break all this down one by one, it's very apparent that Woozie was a very big key element in CJ's success in even defeating Tenpenny, arguably, especially during the later portions of the game. That's where Woozie helped out a lot. And in all honesty, without Woozie's friendship and help, it's doubtful that CJ would ever be able to do as much as he did in such a short amount of time, seemingly. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching this video. Leave your thoughts and opinions on this topic in the comments down below. Always love to read them and reply to them. Until next video stream, bye bye.